Hey, Carl Amaro. I've got this prototype built up. This is the one you sent me, and this is a printed one. Now, it's tough to do a printed version and to do a really good evaluation, but it gets us close. It's a really cheap way to do it, rather than making all these metal parts. But the metal parts slide easier, right? So everything, there's less friction with metal parts, and also these plastic or printed parts are furry. So they're a little bit oversized everywhere, so it's hard to get the fit right. So you'll see there's some friction and things like that when you take a look at this. But it really gives us a good idea. It's really a kind of a nice way of doing it for whatever it costs, like $100 or something like that. So I wanted to compare. It's definitely nice all black like that with the fasteners and things like that. I used metric fasteners, and then I realized I didn't know, but these were not metric. I don't know if you guys care, but I can always change those out. And I didn't print this guy. I forgot to print that. And I also forgot to print 4 of these. I printed 2. I wasn't thinking. I looked at one side. And so I had to use my old ones on this side. It's kind of a bummer, but sorry about that. I just forgot to print 4 of these. So I had to use my old ones. These stick up pretty high. We can always shave them down. I kind of like them up high, but if we wanted to get a little bit lower profile, it's similar, but a little different. So I'm just going to kind of twirl it around for you slowly, because I always go too fast. So it's a little bit narrower, only about a 0.5 millimeter narrower, because we thinned this out. It was hard to thin out the gap, plus things are furry. I thought it was a little bit more than that. I forgot the dimensions, but it is narrower. And it feels better in the hand for sure. So I'm just gonna kind of let you kind of look at it a little bit. And then I'm going to show you a little demo. Sorry about those should have been different. You can see the fill-in piece. That is nice looking, makes it look finished. Okay, so one of the things that we were having is when you went to grab this little blade, your hand would pop here in the heel and pop this blade out, right? So I got rid of that, which feels really nice in the hand. So I have this lever, this piece spun all the way around here, and it's a nice fit in the hand. It feels really nice. So when you pop this guy open, it really feels good, right? You're definitely going to feel friction and hear things rubbing and feel things rubbing. That's because it's just a 3D print, but you'll get the idea. But anyway, it feels nice. I made this bigger. See that sticking out further? So you really do get a grab on that, and then you can flip it around. We didn't put that pin on there, remember, Carl, because it was going to get in the way of, I'd have to dig into here. We still could probably do it if you really wanted it, but I didn't do it. So you can slide that around. And it's longer too. I got it longer. I forget all the little details I changed, but all those are in there. You'll see them. So I'm going to close this back up. See that thing sticking out? That's really bad. So now when I flip it over, so it really works nice this way. When I flip it over and I go to grab this now sticks in your palm. It doesn't pop open because it doesn't, see, this one was low profile, so it's stuck in your palm, but now we made this stick out further so you can really feel it when you're going to do this one. So I think wrapping it around like we did this one, see how we wrap that guy around, and we can pop that open. I think if we did the same thing down here, then it doesn't get in the palm of your hand. It doesn't, well, the blade could open there still. See, the thing is here, it was low, it was low profile, so you didn't really get in there too much when you try to do it, when you try to get this side. But now that we've got this increased, it does it more. It just feels bad in the hand, that's all, in the palm. So I think that we can wrap this around like we did this one, and so it would feel good. Now what I wanted to share with you is this, which is, it's kind of cool when you can pop that sucker open pretty quick. And that's with all the friction I have a lot of friction in here. But it's hard to get your finger that far around. It almost wants to be about here. It almost wants to be about there, it's hard to get, you can't pull, because you want to pull down, but instead you have to pull out right now. And it's hard. I got a lot of friction in here, so maybe it's not the case, but I think it's a little too far around, because I think it needs to be right about here. So maybe like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch over, a little bit further over. But when you do get it, it's kind of nice because you almost open it the whole way. So it'd be nice if we could keep it there, but you kind of have to hold this and then do this to pull it, which isn't practical. You want to do it with one hand. So I think we need to move this over. Yeah, it's almost impossible. And I do have a lot of friction, so it's not really fair to say, because this has like no friction, right? But this is just furry, printed, flexible kind of, it's just not, as good as a, finished part. But with G10 and steel and everything else, this is, plastic, printed plastic. It's kind of soft, So, but I still think you probably need to have this further over. So I would say bringing this further over and then bringing this guy around more, and maybe, get more of this shape here, bringing this over would be pretty good. But anyway, I'm gonna send this to you. Sorry about these guys. Please ignore these guys. They should look like this. I'm going to, and the clip is gone. I'm missing the clip, but I didn't want to go print this stuff. I didn't want to go print this stuff and those little switches, just to go get it printed and wait for it and everything, because there's probably going to be some changes we're going to make. So I thought we'd wait. So, but anyway, that's it. It's a little bit taller. Hard to see, but it's only a little bit taller because this is sticking out a little bit further, comes around, but it feels really nice. That feels really nice there, because that blade in the palm. This feels a little uncomfortable just because that guy's sticking out, but other than that, it feels good. So, and oh yeah, the blades are thinner. You'll see that. It kind of goes tapered more. So I'm gonna put this video out and let you guys look at it and let me know what you think. And then if you want, I'll ship it to you. And then I also sent you that video on the changes I did to the watch buckle. I'll ship that to you. Maybe I'll just build a whole watch up with that. And then shortly here, I'll be sending you stuff on the belt buckle, the stuff that I've done, changes I've done there, so you can look at it before I print those. All right. Sorry, so long. 10 minutes. Oh my gosh.